I'm Stanley Lucian. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Following an alarming spike in gang and gun-related violence over the past several years, the southern community of Vieux-Fort has experienced a significant decline in crime. This improvement is widely seen as being due, in part, to the efforts of the Ubuntu movement, a community-led initiative focused on addressing the root causes of violence through social intervention and youth empowerment. In a show of support, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre's administration provided substantial funding to the organization's work. The movement's strategies have included creating safe spaces, implementing after-school programs, and engaging at-risk youths to provide them with positive alternatives to a life of crime. As a result, the community has seen a reduction in gun violence and an overall sense of enhanced security, a development that has drawn attention from across the island. The perceived success of the Ubuntu movement has prompted a broader conversation about how to combat similar challenges in other urban areas. So we ask, do you think the social methods used by the Ubuntu movement to address violent crime in Vieux-Fort can be replicated in other communities? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
And if we have an influx of those organizations within our small communities, it will definitely help our young men, think of how they can move forward positively in our society. Because what I'm saying is that we have so many pockets of young men just sitting around the block, do what they have to do every day with no guidance. So definitely the work of Priest Kailash, Rise, St. Lucia did do some, well, I wouldn't say damage, but it did have an impact in curbing the crime that we had in Vieux-Fort. So I believe what we can do now is to have those organizations within our communities that will really help us to target and to curb down on what we're going through with our young men and some of our young women in our society.
I think it should be replicated in other communities because you realize the social programs in Vieux-Fort, they did interact with the communities and the people around. So like they get the youths to do things instead of shooting each other and getting into violence. Because as you know, the Devil's Playground is an idol and is a devil playground. So if you have the youths like in them Rise programs and them things like they did in Vieux-Fort, if y'all can bring it around the island like Soufre, Castries, and more after school programs, places where y'all can interact with the youths so the youths can actually have something to do instead of they just being on the block and then, certain things happen.
Ensuring that we have safe spaces for our young people in all communities are very, very important. There also needs to be that outreach to young people in our communities, especially those who come from, that socioeconomic background where they need that support from government. So clearly, we should be looking to replicate systems like this in all our communities. So the Seed Center in Vieux-Fort, supported by the Ubuntu movement and Safe Spaces in Castries, they sort of have that cure violence model, which is an excellent model that we need to continue to strengthen and build and really develop in other communities. So bravo to the efforts that they've made so far, and let's continue to strengthen that effort.
Look at the place Vieux-Fort was in at one time, and it was very hectic and very disturbing. No one was safe in the community. Anybody could have been presumed a target, because of stray bullets. But what Dr. King, Betty Jean, Priest Kailash, and the family members did, was very commendable. It's to be upheld again. If it can help us here, it probably can help other communities. They should give it a try and see how it works.
It's needed to implement in different communities. Labrie, Castries, even Babonneau as well, Gozile. The work that Dr. King did and Kailash, it should be recommended in every community in St. Lucia.
Yes, I do believe that the Ubuntu movement should continue in all the communities around the island because they did a tremendous job in help battling the crime rising in St. Lucia in Vieux-Fort. So I feel that they could continue to do that in every community because, like they say in long time terms, le bab komo adu pudi fe uze sao, because it's not all the time that your community will be safe and be prone to violence at all times. I want to praise Dr. King, Priske Lash, and all the others that have been fighting and striving forward with this movement. I praise that they may keep on doing the best that they can and see that it is successful in St. Lucia.
It helped in Vieux-Fort. It helped curb the violence. So, to an extent, I feel if it's going to help in the other communities, I think it should be implemented. Yes.
Because when Vieux-Fort was once called the hot spot or mini Ukraine, which I took very offense to, those guys came in and they tried their best to curb the situation. And right now I think we really need that in the city of Castries because it's unbelievable what is going on there right now. Yes, Dr. King and Rice, they did a very good job. And I think, and growing up as a little boy, Dr. King used to always speak about stop the violence. So it's not something we are new to hearing from him. Is that probably the message is not getting to the young people. We need to stop the violence. We need to stop it because saying like Dr. King, we need to stop the violence.
Now to our new discussion. Operation Restore Confidence was a controversial police initiative that aimed to combat rising crime in 2011. With St. Lucia facing an upswing in crime since the end of the pandemic, some have called for the aggressive tactics of that period to be revisited. While proponents point to its effectiveness in rapidly reducing crime, the operation was also plagued by serious allegations of human rights abuses that led to the withdrawal of U.S. security assistance to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Critics argue that such tactics, even when effective, erode public trust and undermine democratic principles. This tension between public safety and individual rights is at the heart of the debate over similar police operations. Some say the question is not simply about effectiveness, but whether the potential benefits outweigh the inherent risks to a just society, even with a promise of safeguards. The debate hinges on whether it's possible to conduct aggressive policing without compromising fundamental human rights. So we ask, do you believe a police operation similar to Operation Restore Confidence with guaranteed safeguards against human rights abuses would be effective in fighting crime today? Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and the new discussion.